Before we get into today's video, I wanted to quickly thank Aoeah.com for sponsoring this channel. Aoeah is a great place to buy all of your Rocket League items, including wheels, crates, keys, and much more. Use coupon code JSPADE to save 3% at checkout. Hello YouTube, it is JackofAllSpade. I'm back in with some more Rocket League. You can probably tell by the title, but today's video is going to be slightly different. I know that we don't really have many series of sorts on this channel, and I was kind of thinking about starting some, so this one's going to be called Scammer Stories or something along those lines, and we're basically going to be talking about, you know, small isolated scam incidents and what we can learn from them. I know that recently I've been involved in quite a lot of drama surrounding scams and potential scams and stuff like that. Even as recent as this morning, I got on and I had some messages that there was another impersonator. Apparently his gamertag is JackofAllSpade1, so I took a look. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background there. But it looks like a very new profile, and one thing that I found, this might be fixed now. Oh, I guess not. The scammer's only friend is ShadowXKO, which is actually a person that I've known for a while. He has changed gamer tags a couple of times, but he's somebody that I knew since basically before the YouTube days or when I was really small, and recently he has been acting super weird. Like there's this one kid who owes me a lot of money, like $300 through PayPal, and I met the guy through Shadow, and Shadow was giving both of us misinformation about the other, trying to cause conflict. He was telling me that the guy was going to run with the money, and then he was telling the other guy that I wanted to make a big deal of it and get the cops involved and stuff, which I obviously don't. I just want to fix anything that needs fixing and move on. But it was just kind of weird, so I talked to him about that this morning, and I was like, hey, do you have anything to tell me? And he told me something about the kid who owes me money, supposedly going offline for a few days, and I was like, you know, is there anything else you would like to tell me? And he's like, no, I don't think so. And then I asked him about the scam account, and he froze up. It was very obvious that, you know, he got caught, and so I'm not sure if he's actually behind the scam account or whether, you know, some weird coincidence happened where he turned up friend, but it was just strange. So there's been a lot of stuff like that going on. I've got another situation with a streamer who got confused with a scammer who is now a very trusted member of a Facebook group and actually admin / moderator on a few. So there's been a lot of stuff going on. But anyways, to the story for today's episode. We were at my friend Taylor's house the other night. I was actually there for about 2 days, and that's kind of part of the reason that I haven't had too many videos out recently. And that first night I was just kind of waiting for him to get home, just listing some things on Gameflip kind of casually, and I put up my Playmaker Crimson Dracos from Pumpkin series, and some kid, I think his name was Just in Time or something like that, came to me and said, hey, I've got Crimson Dracos as well. I'm looking for some fast cash. Can I, you know, sell them to you at a discounted rate for you to resell? And I don't usually do that thing. I don't really use my time on such small margins, but he gave me a decent deal, so I was like, hey, why not? Let's do it. And we were having our conversation on that Crimson Draco post, my Crimson Draco post. He made the listing, I purchased the listing, and at that point I think I had to take my friend's dog out or something like that. I was out of the room for a couple minutes, and I came back and I had a couple of messages from the guy. He was like, was that you? Can you rate me, please? And obviously I hadn't gotten anything. I didn't even have an invite, so I was trying to figure out what happened, and he said that there was actually somebody else who claimed to be JackofAllSpade on another account, and he actually got the kid to deliver the Crimson Dracos to that fake account. So at that point, obviously, he had been scammed. You know, the kid himself was basically giving up. You know, he said, oh, you know, this sucks, I'm crying. Like, but he wasn't really making an attempt to solve it. And obviously, you know, in that situation, you don't really have many tools to solve a problem like that. So I took a look at the guy's profile. It's actually typical skills with 2 Z's on the end. And I think, yeah, he fixed it now, you can see, but where it says typical skills in that second row, it used to actually have his real name. He was dumb enough to scam from an account with his real name on it. So I messaged him, I was like, hey dude, you know, scamming isn't cool, please just give the guy his stuff back. And he didn't respond. So at that point, I took his name, I went on Facebook, and I found his profile because he was also in a Rocket League trading group with me, and I messaged him on there. I was like, hey dude, scamming isn't cool, give the kid stuff back, that's all we need to do. And it actually worked. It was absolutely crazy. I did not think it was gonna work, but he ended up giving the kid stuff back, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really freaking hate scammers. Like, good lord, it's one of the few things that really makes my blood boil. So I told him, you know, obviously you've scammed, that's an issue. If you don't give the kid stuff back, I will expose your real name and your gamer tag. If you give the kid stuff back but don't pay a scammer fee, which is just something I came up with to, you know, try and make him make things right, I would tell him that I would expose just his gamer tag. So that's what we're doing. We're not exposing his real name. Thankfully, he was smart enough to take it off, but good lord, it was annoying. And it was just great to be able to get the kid's stuff back. It was kind of funny after the kid got his stuff back. He told me, you know, that's awesome, man, thank you so much. Like, in return, I'm only going to charge you $11 instead of $12. So I got a $1 discount for getting his entire item back, and obviously I'm fine with that. You know, I was anticipating paying $12, so 11 is just fine. It was just kind of funny, and after that the kid actually went and subscribed to the channel, and I think he posted a comment as well saying, like, you know, this guy helped me get my stuff back, he's awesome. So it's just really cool to see such a bad situation end up so nice like that. You know, we were actually able to get his stuff back. So I do want to let you guys know, like, when you're on Gameflip, you don't want your name or your description to include your gamer tag, because that's essentially what enabled this scam. This typical skills guy was watching our conversation on that little listing in the corner of Gameflip, just waiting for me to buy the thing, and then claiming that he was me. So make sure you don't have your gamer tag in your name or description, because otherwise anybody can invite you claiming to be your buyer. And yeah, just make sure you're delivering to the right person, you know, because it could have been very easy that I just didn't go any farther with that and I got my money back, and this kid obviously didn't get money or items. You know, he would have been the one taking the brunt of the scam, or I could have easily gotten the scammer guy to give the Dracos directly to me. Like, I honestly could have turned it into a scam for myself, but of course, you know, that's not what we want to do, and it certainly wouldn't be worth it. But it's just kind of interesting being in situations like that. So I think that is our first scammer story. Basically, you know, be careful on Gameflip, don't have your gamer tag in your name, and yeah, there have definitely been a few more situations recently, and I am going to be doing a scam awareness type video where I go over a bunch of different methods and talk about a bunch of different stuff. So that's going to be big, and that's going to be soon, so keep an eye out for that. But we'll certainly be doing more regular openings and stuff like that as well. So thank you guys for watching as always, and I will catch you guys on the next one.